Hey, what's up, everybody? So I just got a question from somebody in my network, an entrepreneur starting a startup, asking how does he raise money or how does he get past a question that investors are asking him? And the question is, you're a first-time founder, you haven't done this before. Why should I invest in you when you haven't done this before? And his question is like, what do I do about this? Because he says he feels confident and he doesn't doubt himself, but at the same time, he hasn't done this before. So how does he answer the question? So here's my answer based on my experience of never doing it before and succeeding at fundraising, and now teaching other people how to succeed at fundraising. So 3 things. The first one is just old school, do your homework. Like, I made it my mission when I was raising money at Kandara to have the answer to every question that I got asked. And anytime I would get a question and I didn't have the answer, like off the tip of my tongue, I would go after that meeting and find the answer to that question. I would research and, figure out, like, why didn't I know the answer, and is there something I'm missing, and learn about it and research. Maybe there's like a new term or a word I had to learn. Maybe I had to talk to an advisor and learn something new. So that'd be my first thing, is if you have the answers to all the questions and all those answers are well researched and well thought out, it's going to be easier to get past that question of, you haven't done this before, why should I believe you can do this on your first try? So number 1, do your homework. Number 2 is know what you don't know. So there's a massive difference between not knowing what you don't know and knowing what you don't know. I've talked about this before, the 4 stages of competence. Unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and finally unconscious competence, which is mastery. So by knowing what you don't know, you transition from unconscious incompetence into conscious incompetence. And by knowing what you don't know, you can therefore surround yourself with people who do know that stuff that you don't know. So as a first-time founder, you might not know how to hire people. You might not know how to manage people. You might not know how to delegate. You might not know how to make a pro forma and manage the cash of the business. You might not know how to build a product that people like. You might not know how to engineer whatever it is you need to engineer, et cetera, et cetera. But if you know you don't know those things, you can surround yourself with advisors and mentors and even employees and team members. Oh, the rooster just went off. Here's the roosters and chickens. I'm here in Costa Rica for a few more days. So by knowing what you don't know, you can surround yourself with people who do know all that stuff. And then when someone asks you, well, you've never built a sales team, why do you think you know how to build a sales team? You can say, true, I've never built a sales team, and that's why I hired Jane here, because Jane built a sales team at XYZ company, or that's why I brought on Bill as our advisor. It's rooster o'clock. Because Bill has built a sales team, so he's advising me on specifically that. So even if you don't know any of that stuff I mentioned, you can say, I've got this advisor to help me build a sales team. I've got this advisor who built the technology at this company. I've got this advisor who is going to teach me about managing. I've got this coach who's going to teach me about how to be a CEO and how to think about that job and be in that job. And so with that kind of self-awareness of knowing what you don't know and surrounding yourself with people who do know that stuff, you can mitigate any shortcoming, because the fact is we all have shortcomings in what we know. And even those of us who have done this before, like, I'll be the first to admit, there's tons of shortcomings I have if I was going to jump in and build another tech startup. There's tons of stuff I don't know still. And someone who's been doing this for 20 years, there may still be lots of things they don't know how to do, and that they've just gotten good at delegating and surrounding themselves with people who do know how to do that stuff. So that's the second one, is know what you don't know, be straight about it, and surround yourself with people who do know that. Incidentally, when it comes to fundraising, I think that is also incredibly important. I mean, that's essentially my business now, is helping founders who don't know how to raise money, but they know they don't know how to raise money, or they know they don't know how to raise as much money as they're setting out to raise because they've never raised that amount before, helping them know how to do that and advising them on that and showing them the path and the way to do that. So number 2, know what you don't know. And then number 3 is certainty. You got to get yourself into a place of real certainty inside your own body so that you feel confident that the amount you're raising, the use of funds, the strategy, the plan, the market, like it all fits for you and it all clicks for you. And if you animate that certainty, chances are you're going to get that question, why do you think you can do this, less often. And even if you do get that question, you're going to have that certainty and have thought through everything to be able to animate that certainty and answer the question. I think I can do it because I have a great strategy. I've done my homework. I've surrounded myself with the right people. I've researched the market. I've researched everything that I need to understand about the technology. And I know this is going to work. And if you can legitimately say that to an investor, see, the rooster sounds excited. If you can legitimately say that to an investor, then that excitement and energy and certainty is going to translate, and that's essentially what gets people to say yes is when they feel excited. So sending that out to the entrepreneur who reached me today, I'm going to send him this video, and also to anybody else who might be raising money or thinking about it. Hope that's helpful. It's my last couple of days in Costa Rica. There's a volcano up here that sometimes comes out, but I'm feeling sad that I'm leaving because it's been such a nice time here. And Boulder's great too, but I love this kind of climate, so hoping to be back soon. All right, that's it for today. See you guys later.